How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG. I've been getting those questions, Ray. What do you see this stock doing for the coming week? So of course I had to put this video together for you guys, but one thing that we did see on the Friday, we do have some resistance right at that $3 level. And as far as where we want to see hold up, I'll talk about it further. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $2.92, being up 2.10%. On the low, it tested $2.63, and then on the high, testing $3. When we take a look at our volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 22.069 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 105.327 million shares. So that is well below the average in regards to volume, but we did see some strength in BBIG stock. Now, when we take a look at a chart, which is the daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 46.74. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here in the chart, we are below the 100-day, the 200-day, the 21-day EMA, and as well as the 50-day. So one thing that we see happening, yes, we do have some consolidation that is going on for BBIG. And the fact of the matter is, we ended up testing a low of 263, where we start seeing some severe weakness, and unless BBIG falls below $2.55, because that's where we can start visiting all the way down to the 230 area. And most preferably, BBIG does not look strong going back that low. Now, as far as what we want to look for as far as strength is concerned, I want to see some price action above the 21-day EMA, which is around $3.16. One thing that was clear on that Friday, $3 was a resistance level. So if we're able to break through $3, we'll break through two moving averages if we can make that move above 316, and I think that would be a very good look, and more traders would be more likely to jump into the play. But keep in mind, we do have another resistance area here right around the 350. So we have to be able to get past this 350 so we can get closer making that move to 4. So this is why things could get interesting, especially if we see strength in the tech sector, plus on top of that, more buying, more volume coming into the stock. Just getting 22 million on the day is not enough to bring the stock up back to $4. We need to have a lot more than that. So now let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. As we scroll down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So we're going to take a look at the recent filings for the January the 28th. So we have Mizuho Securities US LLC that closed out their calls, and then also we could see here Amplius Wealth Advisors LLC that purchased 1,100 shares, and you could see here on the 26th, which we covered, we had Balu Advisors Inc. that purchased 13,500 shares. Taking a look at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 45.22%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 6 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 100,000, updated just now, and then for the short ball fee rate, it is at 89.91%, so that is very significant there. And then when we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of January the 27th, it's at 53.54. And then for the close of the 28th, for the Friday that just passed, it is at 45.22. So what this tells us, BBIG does continue to have short squeeze potential, and why I said we need more buying volume coming into the play. If so, then we can look forward to seeing those spikes. If not, then of course this is where we see pressure on the stock. But if it's still holding on support like we've seen on the chart, things still continue to look interesting. So now let's move on to the order flow distribution. information.
Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we see here on the inflow, it is at 11.04, and then on the outflow, it's at 12.56. It was an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 0.30. On the medium, it was 7.83, and then on the small, it was 2.91. Taking a look at the outflow side, we could see on the large, it was 0.26. On the medium, it was 9.68, and then on the small, it was 2.62. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for January the 28th, so the Friday that just passed, it was at 31.45. And then for the past 2 trading days behind that, for the 27th and the 26th, we also did see inflows as well. Now, analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 16.10%. And you know what? This is good for a stock like BBIG. We've seen it be as high as 400%. So what this tells us, there are many who are still holding on to their shares. Yes, we do have traders that are going in and out of this play, but the volume has died down quite a bit, but at least we know for the most part, many are holding on to their positions. So now let's go to the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG in regards to price action, I want to see us get above $3.16. This will put us above the 2 major moving averages, which is the 21-day EMA and as well as the 50-day. And this is where I want to see the momentum continue, then seeing if we can get past the resistance that we have right around $3.50. If we're able to pass this and have that buying volume coming into the stock, this is where we make that move to $4 and seeing if we can get above the 200-day. But as far as weakness is concerned, if we end up pulling back, the level that you really want to see hold up is around $2.55. We did test around the 260s on the Friday, so again, that's one thing you want to keep in mind. Below 255, this stock starts to look very weak, and you're really going to have some volume or a big time catalyst to get this stock moving again. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. So this is why I'm saying buying pressure is essential. We are not getting the same amount of volume that we have seen previously, and this is why we have been seeing selling pressure, a lot of profit taking. So this is why I say when it comes to short squeeze stocks like these, they have to respect price levels. If they don't, traders are not going to want to be involved with it. And again, this is where short sellers benefit from the low volume, because many retail investors, especially the ones that want to buy into the stock, maybe they heard it somewhere on social media, or they're just saying, you know what, I heard this is a way to get rich quick because it could pop to $6, $8, $10. Again, you guys have heard all of the news that is out there, which is crazy to me. But at the same time, this is why you have all that selling pressure when people are not seeing their expectations being met. People are saying, I want to see 50 bucks. If they don't see 50 bucks and they see the stock just going down, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to sell. So one thing that I want to make sure I'm being very clear, we are holding up strong levels. And the fact that we closed above $2.90 is the reason why you want to keep a very close eye on this play, because it could pop at any moment, especially if we have a catalyst or big news coming into the play. And I think one thing that would help a lot is getting that record date. So I can't wait to see how the stock performs for the coming week. I will continue to keep you guys updated, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk soon.